In California, the Inland Empire doesn't get that much exposure as far as the car culture. So on this episode, I'm going to head down the street from where I live and attend a local event. I'm about to head out this morning for my daughter's soccer, but on the way there's a local car event, so I'm going to stop by for just a little bit. I'm here in downtown Redlands at the Cars and Coffee that they have once a month on, I think, the third Saturdays. So let's go ahead and check out some of the cars. On episode 46, there was a segment on the car spotting and it featured a Nissan GTR. When I took this shot, it was not too far from home and I wondered if the owner of the car was local to me. When I attended the event, I noticed the car again, and the shop that worked on the car is just the next city over from me. I'd say probably my favorite car was the white E30 M3. It was a standard wide body, lowered, had some nice BBS wheels, and it was pretty simple and clean. And for those types of cars, especially a BMW Classic, that's basically all you need for the car to look proper. On episode 48, I took my 911 to my buddy's shop down in Bellflower, and one of those guys was helping to coat my wings so that it could be fixed. The light so happened to come back on, so I'm going to bring my car down again and have him check it out this time and see if he can fix it. Because of the traffic, I arrived late for my appointment. Luckily though, the car that took my spot, they were just finishing it up. Once the spot opened up, I got my car in the garage and started working on it and making sure that the wing is set up this time so that the warning sign doesn't come back on. Meanwhile, in the shop, right beside me, there was a clean E30, and right behind it was a Z4. After work on my car was done, I decided to hang around at the shop for a little bit. The guys from FYC organized a meet and drive, so I stayed back just a little bit before I headed home. The guys are just about ready to head out to the next meeting point. They're going to a restaurant a couple cities over. Unfortunately, I'm not able to join, but let's go ahead and listen to the cars rolling out. Most of the cars that came out tonight are Porsche platforms, with the exception of a couple of Ferraris. Here's Bobby's Ferrari 458 with the Akrapovic exhaust. He was at the shop actually a little bit before me, test fitting his new custom wheels. I'm looking forward to seeing his car when the wheels are fully built and installed. Parked right beside me was a nicely spec'd Ferrari 488 Pista, and following right behind him is the owner of DTM Auto Body in his Porsche 997 RWB wide body, which his shop installed. Wrapping up the caravan is Bane in his supercharged Porsche 997, followed by Ben in his 996 Turbo. The drive ended up taking about an hour and a half to get home, so throughout the way I was observing the warning lights and it never came back on, so it's safe to say that now my wing's fully configured to be fixed. In the past, with my old setup on my car, when I attend these supercar events and I'm parked next to an exotic, I feel like my car seems a little bit out of place because their cars look a lot more aggressive than mine. As far as the back of my car, it's pretty aggressive, so it blends in pretty well. As far as the front of the car, it's a little bit more on the mild side. Now that I have the new hood on, it looks a lot more aggressive, and even being parked next to a car like a Pista, which has a more exotic front end, my car doesn't look so out of place anymore. I wanted to liven up the front of my car a little bit. Now that I have the hood on, I decided to add a little bit of these red accents, and I carried that over to the back towards the diffusers. That way it gives a little bit of offset to the back, and some of the details on the car is a little bit more visible. The next couple slides is different angles of my car next to the Pista. With the upgraded hood, the defined lines, the vents, and even the new accents really gives my car a more bold presence. So that's going to do it for this episode. Thanks for joining, and we'll see you on the next one.